We start out with tragedy. If you're just joining us, we are following breaking news from the campus of Grambling State University.
Officials are investigating a deadly shooting. It happened around midnight after an argument in one of the school's courtyards. School officials say during the argument, someone pulled out a gun and shot two 23-year-old men. They have been identified as Earl Andrews, senior at Grambling, and Moncurious Caldwell, both of Farmerville in Union Parish. And joining us now by phone is Will Sutton, a spokesman for Grambling State University. And we thank you very much, Mr. Sutton, for joining us this morning.
Thank you. It's been a long night.
And tell us what you know about what happened last night.
Well, about midnight, there was a report of a shooting. Our police chief, who has a very good relationship with our students, started receiving a series of telephone calls on his cell phone from one distraught student after another. He immediately dispatched a couple of his police officers, Officer Thomas Harmon and Sergeant Rodney Williams, to the scene. As soon as they got there, they realized that they saw a couple of bodies, lifeless bodies, apparently deceased. They reported back to the chief. The chief rushed to the scene.
That's on campus, right?
On campus, right outside one of our dorms, in the courtyard area. And the chief got the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office involved because we're not equipped for something like this. They arrived within 15-20 minutes, very quick, good response time. By that point, we had a number of students looking out the windows or coming outside, wondering what's going on, started posting on social media. And the investigation is ongoing, but apparently there was an altercation. We're not sure exactly what happened. And one young man shot the other two and fled the scene. So that person is out somewhere. And we are cooperating with the Sheriff's Office in Lincoln Parish to find that person and to get to the bottom of what happened.
And
very tragic situation.
Very tragic. And were there witnesses who observed the altercation and were able to identify the suspected gunman?
There are some people who know individuals involved, and the authorities have that under investigation. We are asking anyone with any information to call a local Crime Stoppers line, and any small piece of information is probably going to be very helpful at this point.
And once again, one of the victims was a student, the other was a friend?
That is correct. Both from Farmerville, Earl Andrews, 23, one of our seniors, and his friend Moncurious Caldwell was visiting. It's homecoming week here at Grambling State University. Activities started on Sunday and Saturday after our game. There's no good time for something like this to happen, and our prayers go out to the victims and their families. Both families were notified, and they rushed to campus, obviously upset and very distraught. And we've done our best to calm them, but who wants to lose a loved one at any time, and then such a joyful week as homecoming? It's a really bad time. And we want to encourage our students, faculty, staff, and all the visitors who are coming this week to be cautious and to be vigilant.
Yeah,
and
it should be a joyful time.
Well, are you looking at this as an isolated incident? I mean, you didn't put the campus on lockdown or anything, did you?
Well, I mean, when you have a shooting, we have an emergency text alert system, and we did ask students to return to their rooms or stay in their rooms, especially in the immediate part of the investigation. And that's still in effect until time for going to class. We will have a normal set of business hours today, and we expect our students to go to class.
And what can you tell us about the student? I understand that Earl Andrews was a senior at Grambling State.
That's right. There's not much information right now. I'm in the process of reaching out to our campus officials to try to get a little bit more information. It's normal on the campus for students to visit each other's rooms or to have friends come and visit, so that's not unusual. but it's highly unusual for someone to be shot and killed.
And of course, you know, we have a lot of parents in this area who may have students at Grambling State. What do you say about their safety right now?
Well, this appears to be an isolated incident. We are actively engaged with the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office to investigate and to find the suspect. And we, on any given fall, we have a meeting with the new students and the transfer students to talk about the university, to welcome them, to give them tips. And included in that is safety tips from our president and in particular our police chief, Gene Cavaness. And we usually follow that up. So just 3 weeks ago, we had a meeting to talk about safety again. And but we certainly did not anticipate anything like this.
All right, thank you very much.
Hearts
Will
and
Sutton.
prayers
We
going
appreciate
out
that.
to all involved at Grambling State University.